One of the reasons we're doing this is because Jeff did this documentary. Now, I as his friend just didn't really know what was going on. Over a 6-7 year period, he'd call me up every now and then. I'm going to come over and interview you for my documentary. This like documentary out there in the world. I knew nothing about it. Yeah. You didn't really even have an idea of what it was going to be.
We're showing 7 different artists on different paths, but with the same goal, is to fulfill your dream. And you're dedicated to something, and you're committed to something, and it's the independent spirit that keeps you going.
What made me and Angela want to executive produce the project was seeing it the first time. We saw the first rough cut of it, and it hit me like, wow, this is the part you don't get to see. Every time you see these behind the scenes things about the industry, it's with people who have already made it. They already have this going. They're already successful. What yours shows is the ones who are on their way to that. Who are trying and struggling to get there. To me, that was the hook of it. To me, that was the part you don't see in every freaking documentary out there. And that was the most interesting part, because all these kids, every time I've spoke at your school a few times, all these colleges we talk at, all these kids want to know, how do I do it myself? How do I become successful? I want to do what you did. I want to do what this rock star guy did. I want to do what this great actor did. How do I get there? This film basically illuminates that world.
You hope the spirit of this film is that it's universal, that theme.
Yeah.
For anyone who's going out there and trying to do something different.
You're the most independent motherfucker I know. Stubbornly independent. He has not only written and directed his own films, he has had to get together the financing. You're that one level more independent than me, because at least I don't have to go and shake hands with try to find some guy to give me $1 million to make my movie.
That's funny, because the perspective I have on his world, what he went through, I'm just like, wow, how did you take all that? And I saw it. I mean, even the overnight thing, which we discussed in the film, and just even that, I didn't get the overnight, the title itself, Overnight. This doesn't happen overnight. Yeah, like you made Boondock Saints overnight. It doesn't happen. It's really the independent spirit, this film, and all stories of who's in it. And also the celebrities that we have involved. I mean, they're kind of, they give their words of wisdom throughout as you're watching kind of our paths, our journeys.
I mean, even on the music side, you're going to have Eddie Vedder up there telling his story and talking about independence, and then they're going to be following maybe Nick and Keith on their travels throughout. They're going to be paying more attention to that story because that's got them in it. You know, if I want to be a musician and I'm watching this film, then I'm paying more attention to those guys. That's the cool thing about it. So if I'm an actor, I'm looking at Rocco's story and listening to guys like Joe Mantegna and Peter Fonda pontificate about it, about when they were in his position.
I hope maybe it's, sparks some talk for getting a system for independence, where they can be protected in some kind of way.
To me, it's more of an educational thing, whereas these young kids who are literally starting with nothing can find out a little bit more about the landscape of the area they're going into, and maybe be a little bit ahead of the game. Maybe they can learn something from it.